Hope you guys had a wonderful day. Perfect. Yeah. So let us start with the programs directly, okay? So in yesterday's session, we have discussed about, today we'll try to cover more programs. Let us try to cover more as much as possible programs in today's session, okay? So yesterday we saw a quite interesting program that is nothing but a prime number, right? Yes? How to check whether a given number is a prime or not, right? Perfect. So let us discuss quite important, interesting questions that is possible in TCS pattern. Okay, which is possible in TCS pattern. What is that? With respect to prime number. First, you might get a question like this. Design a method to check whether a number is prime or not. Okay, design a method to check whether a number is prime or not. So you need to design a method. So they will specifically ask you that you need to design a method. And this is quite easy. Okay, whatever we did yesterday, the same thing I can put it inside a method, right? Whatever we did yesterday, the same logic, I can put it inside a method. So I hope you all know how to create a method. And I hope you're all comfortable with the syntax of a method, right? So normally you need to provide the return type. So let me try to put it in C. In C language, normally what you need, simple. Guys, in C, do you have a data type called as Boolean? Do you have a Boolean data type in C? No. I don't have a Boolean data type in C. Okay? So normally if it is C, what I do is, I take int as my return type and I create a method, let me say is prime. What is the method I make it? I just make the method as is prime. What is the arguments I need to provide? One argument that is nothing but the n. The number to be checked whether it is prime or not. Right? Simple. Next, what I need to do, as we discussed in our yesterday session, you can directly take one variable int I, and this I should start from where? I should start from where? 2. No need to check for 1. So now I would take for, you can initialize 2 here, or no sir, I will not do it over there. Okay. You can also say I equals to 2 here. I should be less than n I plus plus. So inside I just check a condition. What is the condition I check? If the number n divided by I, and if you get the remainder as 0, if you get the remainder as 0, got it? What you can do? Yes, you can also make divide by 2, it's not mandatory. Okay? If this condition is true, you can put a break. Instead of break, since I'm using a method, I will directly return 0. Where 0 means, so 0 means what? It's not a prime number. Got it? 0 means what? It is not a prime number. I hope you are understanding. Got it? Perfect. And then I'll just come out and I would just say return 1. What do I say? Return 1. Got it? So now this is my method. I hope you understood the method. I hope you understood this method. It's quite easy, right? If you're doing using Java or Python, you can make use of Boolean data types. If you're doing this either using with the help of Java or Python, you can make it, you can use the Boolean data type. Here you can say return false, and here you can say return true. Got it? I hope you understood. If you're using either Java or Python, here I can say return false, and here you can say return true. And then I can just have one simple program statement. What is that, my program statement, guys? If S prime equal to 0, by return false. The meaning of false is it is not a prime number. The meaning of false is it is not a prime number. I'll return true. That means the number is prime number. Look here. Basically, I'm passing n, right? If n is a prime number, return true. 1. If n is not a prime number, return false. That is 0. If this condition is true, that means it is not a prime number, right? Therefore, I will directly return 0. Did you understand this method? Look, let me do the program and see if you want quickly. Okay? Let me do the program. I'll just open Edit Plus, Day 2. Let me create a C program. Okay? Let me create a method over here. Yeah, let me create a method. So come on guys, tell me what is the method. I'll just say int. What is the name of the method? Let me just check. Is prime. I would just say int n. Okay? And then followed by. What is my logic? Int I. Okay? Now here I would just say for I equals to 2. I less than n. I plus plus. If the number modulus I equals to 0. If this condition is true, return 0. So this is end of for. I just come out, I'll just say return 1. Okay? So in main method, look, assume reading the input from command line argument. I'm reading the input from command line argument. So if that is the case, I'll just take int n equals to argument to integer argv of 1. And now I'll put a decision statement. If is prime of n 1, then I say printf, printf. What is that I say? Number is prime. Got it? Else, I would just say printf, number is not prime. I hope you got it. Did you get the concept? Yes, this is nothing but I'm calling the function. Here I'm just calling the function. Okay? And for that function, I'm passing the n. Did you understand this logic, guys? Because, yeah, in TCS you will get a specific question. Design a method to check whether a number is prime or not. So now this is my method. Okay? This is my method. And the method returns. Got it. There is an advantage. There is a student asking me a question. Why don't I directly print here prime, not prime? No. There is an advantage of designing a method like this. Let us consider our next program. You will get to know the advantage. Okay? Let us consider our next program. You will get to know the advantage. Now, let me save this as prime1.c. Okay? Done. Now let me compile this. GCC prime1.c. We know the problem. Ash include stdlib standard library.h, right? Yeah. Successful. Now look here. I will just say A and I will pass 5. Number is prime. Is 5 a prime number? Done. Next, I would say, for example, 9. Number is not a prime. 9 is not a prime number. I hope you understood. Okay. Any confusions? Okay. There's a student says, this time TCS will not ask command line arguments. Oh, wow, very good. Better than don't learn this. Come on, guys, seriously. Huh? Do you believe such things? Okay. Is there anything that you lose by learning? Is there anything that you lose by learning? If they don't provide command line arguments, very good. Use scanf and do it. If they ask, in case by mistake, if they ask command line arguments, what will you do? Will you start shouting that? So stop thinking about all those things and start learning the subject. This is the problem with the attitude of students. Your concentration is only on clearing subjects, not by learning. You should learn, man. Your intention and motive is only clearing. Your intention is not learning. That's the problem. Okay? So please learn. There's nothing wrong in learning. Don't still have the same mentality of college, internals, 15 questions will be there. Study, you will get any 8. Oh my God. Be mature. Be a grown-up now. Okay? Done. Perfect. Understood this? Did you understand designing a method, guys? The same logic, right? Yesterday's logic. But only difference, I have created a method. What is the advantage? People, what is the advantage? I will tell you. In TCS, there is a very important question always normally asked. Generate a series of prime number. Generate a series of prime numbers up to n. Write a program to generate a series of prime numbers up to n. I hope you understood the question. Generate a series of prime numbers up to n. For example, the sample test case 1. If I say the input as 5, my output should be, what should be my output? 2, yes, 2, 3, 5. Are you understanding? Are you understanding, guys? What if I say the input? What if I say input as 10? What should be your output? What should be your output? Come on, tell me. 2, 3, 5, 7. So basically, I need to generate a series of prime numbers up to n. So now tell me, what will I do? What will I do? That is why I told creating a method is the best part. Creating a method is the best part. So look at my logic. Look at the way we have to do. Whichever language it is, C, Java, Python, whatever it is, only syntax you take care. Logic does not change. So what I will do is step 1. Step 1. This is for what, guys? Series of prime numbers. For what? Series of prime numbers. Okay. So for series of prime numbers, what should I do? Step 1. My step 1 is create a method. Create a method to check whether a number is prime or not. This is my first step. Got it? So you need to create a method. You need to create a method to check whether a number is prime or not. This is our first step. Okay. So once the method is done, what is the advantage? Can I call a method multiple times? Can I call a method multiple times? Yes or no? Yes. You can call a method multiple times. So step 2 is you need to print prime numbers up to n. You need to print prime numbers up to n, right? You need to print prime numbers up to n. Very good. Now first tell me, do you think 1 is a prime number? Do you think 1 is a prime number? Is 1 a prime number? No. So 1 is not a prime number. It is considered as a co-prime number. Good. So I should start from where? I should start from where? 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, n minus 1, n. So up to n. Right? So now what I should do? Out of these numbers, I need to print if the number is prime. I need to print if the number is prime. So assume I've already created a method. What is the name of the method? Is prime. What is the name of the method? Is prime. So can I say now, come on, take 2, check. Is 2 a prime number? Is 2 a prime number? If yes, print. Wow, beauty. Next, take 3, check. Take 3, check. Is 3 a prime number? Yes. Oh, awesome. Print. Next, take 4. 4. Is 4 a prime number? Is 4 a prime number? No. Oh, don't print. Okay, I will not print. 5. Is 5 a prime number? Is 5 a prime number? Yes. Print. Next, 6. Is 6 a prime number? Oh, no. 6 is not a prime number. Don't print. Okay, I will not print. 7. Is 7 a prime number? Yes. Print. So like this, can I go up to n? Like this, can I go up to n? Yes or no? Are you understanding? So what is my logic, man? What is my code segment over here? Can I take one counter? Can I take one counter variable and start the counter from 2? Up to where? N. What is that I need to do repeatedly? If is prime of counter, that is nothing but, can I pass like this? Are you understanding? If this condition is true, if it is a prime number, what should I do? Print. What should I print? Counter. If the condition is not true, what I should do? If the condition is not true, what should I do? Either true or not true, what I should do? Update. What is my update? Counter plus. And now, should I go back here? Is it easy? Is it easy, guys? Is it easy, guys? Did you understand? So what is my step one? Come on, tell me, what is my step one? My step one is to create a method. My step one is create a method. So method will check whether a number is prime or not. Method will check whether a number is prime or not. Very beautiful. Next, what I need to do? I need to print prime numbers up to n. So I will start from 2 up to n. I will make use of a loop. I'll make use of a loop. And in every cycle, what I can do, in every cycle, I am passing the number. If it is prime, I will print it. If it is not prime, I will just move. I will just continue. Are you understanding? See, this is pseudo program. It is not the actual code. This is not the actual code. It is just the half code. I can convert it into code. Do you want me to write a C program? Do you want me to write a C program? Complete program? Okay. Now look here. Let me spend extra 2 minutes. No problem. Look here, guys. Program to print what? Series of prime number. Program to print series of prime number. Let us do it. First, I will take hash include standard library.h to read my input from command line. To print series of prime numbers up to n. Series of prime numbers up to n. So I will first method to check whether a number is prime or not. How do I create? Very simple. Int is prime int n. So come on, what is the logic for prime number? As I've already told. Before this, int I. For I equals to 2, I less than n, I plus plus. If the number modulus of I, if it is equal to 0, number is not prime. The number is not prime. Therefore, I will say return 0. If the condition is never returned, if the method is never returned, therefore the number is prime. So what I will return? I will return 1. So now you tell me, if the method returns 1, it's a prime number. If the method returns 0, it is not a prime number. Right? Perfect. Ajit, that is okay. Yeah, it is enough. You are absolutely correct, but it's okay. I'm not just concentrating on that too much. Okay? I don't want to waste time in explaining this. That is why. Okay? Done? Okay. Listen. Next. Have a look here. In main method, how do I do it? First, I will read n from the user. So I will say n equals to argument to integer argv of 1. Now what I will do? For in, I need one more counter variable. You can take I itself. You can take I itself as a counter. Got it? For I equals to 2. If you want, I will assign it instead of 2 times. Okay, I equals to 2. Next, I less than or equal to n. If I want to include n, I plus plus. What is that I need to do now? Very simple. Call the method is prime of I. If this is equal to 1, if this is equal to 1, what do you mean by that, guys? If the method returns 1, what do you mean by that? It's a prime. So what should I do? printf, printf, percentile d, printf, percentile d and a comma if you want. And then I say comma, what is that I need to print? I. I just print I. That's it. That's all. I will call this as prime2.c. Okay? Now let us execute this. Okay? A, I will pass 5. Are you getting 2, 3, 5? Now I will say A of 10. 2, 3, 5, 7. Easy. I'll pass 20 if you want. A of 20. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Prime numbers up to 20. Easy. Easy, guys. Even in Java, same thing. Even in Python, same thing. Just follow your syntax. Just to follow your syntax and nothing else, okay? Please have a look at the program once. Just give me a minute. Yeah, you can do this, Sarala. You can do this without a method. If you want to do this without a method, you should make use of a nested loop and your logic becomes complicated and there is a chances of doing a lot of mistakes. Why do you want to take such attention? And this becomes very easy logic, right? This becomes very easy logic for you. 19 and 21 line. Shubham, I think you were not present in the yesterday's session. That is why you're asking me today again. You can wait till the last and then ask me. I will explain to you. Okay? We'll go for the next program. If you just say like this, it won't be printed. Okay? 25th line. Okay. See what is happening over here, guys. Look at the method. Look at the method. When you return 0, when do you return 0? When do you return 0? You return 0 when the number is not a prime. When do you return 1? If the number is prime. Okay. So basically now I am calling the method and I am passing the number. If the method returns 1, if the method returns 1, then I consider this as prime number. If it is prime number, I should print. So I am printing I. If it is prime number, I should print. So I am printing I. If the condition is false, I should do nothing. If the condition is false, I should do nothing. Okay? So I just continue my loop. Got it? Got it? See, I did the explanation over here. I hope you understood. Is prime, I am passing 2. This is nothing but I. I starts from where? 2. Okay? The difference between program 1 and program 2. The difference between program 1 and program 2 is, in program 1, I am only checking whether the number is prime or not prime. That's all. Okay, I'm just checking whether the number is prime or not prime. In program 2, I am printing a series of prime numbers. So here, if the input is n, look here, were you dreaming when I was explaining? Huh? If my input is 5, my output should be 2, 3, 5. If my input is 10, my output should be 2, 3, 5, 7. So it is series of prime numbers. My first program is, if I give a number, it should tell whether a number is prime or not. That's all. Okay, got it? Perfect. Okay. Okay, guys, time to move on. I don't want to get stuck with the same program. Let us move on to the next program. Don't worry. If you want all these programs, you can wait till the last. I will put them, I will upload them in a drive and give you. Okay, or else write down. Okay, better do one thing, write down. Come on, write down fast, quickly. From beginning. I've given time to copy the program. Please copy the program. Make it fast. Okay, finish? Good. Now let's go for the next question. Okay. The next question is, no, Kirtana, no, both eyes are different. Don't make it global. Both are two different eyes. Okay? You take it global when you need it as common. Guys, listen, I'm telling you again, right? This is not a regular language class, or else I would really love to teach you beautifully the subject right from the beginning. But I don't have so much time, so I just have to concentrate on the program. So please do concentrate on the programs and logics, okay? Right? I feel really sad that I'm not able to teach you the complete language, but I don't have that pleasure and the time. Okay. Yeah, good. Anyways, let's look. Program number 2. To find, okay? Yeah, to reverse a number. Okay? You need to write a logic to reverse a number and check for palindrome. You need to reverse a number and check for palindrome. This is my job now. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Simple. Let me give you something. Let me give you some test case. Look here, guys. Quickly. What is that? If I give you a number, let me say the input. If the input is 1,21. If the input is 121, first you need to reverse it. Okay? If you reverse it, after reversing, it is still 1 to 1 only. It is still 1 to 1 only. So now I compare the input with the reversed number. Now I compare the input with the reversed number. So if both are matching, then I say it is a palindrome. Then I say it is a palindrome. I hope you got it. So let me take another input, for example. Let me say the input is, but this is a number. I'm not talking about strings. I'm talking about numbers. Okay. So let me say 295 or 259. Okay. So you need to reverse this number. If I reverse this number, it becomes 952. If I reverse this number, it becomes 952. So now tell me, do you think 259 is equal to 952? No. Since it is not equal, so now it is not a palindrome. This is not a palindrome. Got it? Understood? So now the question is, how do I do it? Very simple. So first step one, identify how many variables do you need. Obviously, I need one variable to store the number. One variable to store the number. Got it? I need one more variable to retain the number. I need another variable to store the reversed number. So totally I need 3 variables initially. How many variables I need initially? 3 variables. Okay, what are these 3 variables for? One to store the input, the other one to retain the input, and the third variable is to generate the reverse of the number. Got it? So totally 3 variables initially. This is what I analyzed. Now what should I do? Very simple. Let me take a number normally. Assume the given number is 259. If the given number is 259, how do I reverse this number? Very simple, guys. To reverse this number, what I will do, first I will store this number in a container. Let me call this container as A. I will call this container as A. So to reverse this number, what I need to do is, I need to extract the last digit. How do I extract the last digit? I extract the last digit by dividing the number by 10 and obtain the remainder. So I just say A modulus of 10. So when I say A modulus of 10, that is 259 mod 10, you get 9. What do you get? 9. Understood? So this 9 is nothing but my digit, single digit obtained. So I will take one more variable called as D. So I need plus one variable. In this variable, I will store 9. That is the last digit what I have got. I hope you understood. So now what I need to do is, I will take one more variable that is nothing but my reversed variable, and inside this variable, I will copy D. Inside this variable, I will copy D. So now tell me what is there inside reverse? 9. Understood? Understood till here? Perfect. So next what you need to do, you need to extract the second last digit. You need to extract the second last digit. So to extract the second last digit, I need to follow one step. What is that? I need to remove 9 over here. How do I remove 9? Very simple, guys. I just say A divided by 10. So now what is A divided by 10? what is 259 divided by 10? 259 divided by 10 gives you what? 25. 259 divided by 10 gives you what? 25. I hope you understood. So that 25, I will store it inside the same container A. I will store the result inside the same container A. So 259 becomes, what does 259 become? Come on, tell me. It becomes 25. So once 259 becomes 25, what should you do now? You should repeat the same step again. I will again say A modulus 10. Now tell me, what is there inside A? 25. What is 25 modulus 10? What is 25 modulus 10? You will get 5. Now this 5, you need to copy to the variable. So inside D, what you have now? 5. So this 5, you need to copy to the new variable. How will I copy? Will I say reverse equals to D? If I say reverse equals to D, what will happen? 9 becomes 5. But should I do that? No. No, I don't want like that. I want the previous digit 9 to be present and then copy D. So what should I do now? What should I do now? Very simple. What will happen if I multiply 9 into 10? You tell me. What will happen if I multiply 9 into 10? What will happen? Will I get 90? Now, can I say plus D? What is there inside a D? What is there inside a D? 5. So what is 90 plus 5? What is 90 plus 5? 95. Are you understanding? Yes. So what should I do? I should multiply 10 to the variable, to the value present inside the container reverse. So how do I write my logic? Very simple. I just say reverse is equal to whatever data I have inside the container, that is reverse. I should multiply it with 10. So into 10 plus I should add the data present inside my container D. So I hope you got the logic for this. I hope you got the logic for this, everyone. So reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus D. Got it? So basically, I have 3 instructions to be done. What are those 3 instructions? First, D is equal to A modulus 10. After that, reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus D. Got it? And finally, I should say A equals to A divided by 10. Got it? And these instructions you should repeat. These instructions you should repeat. How many times you will repeat, guys? How many times you will repeat? I should repeat until A becomes 0. I should repeat until A becomes 0. I hope you got it. I hope you got it. Any confusions here? Yes. So now let me try to do the program. Or what is my program? Do you want the complete program? Okay, let me do it. Yes, it should be initialized to 0. I will do the full program now. Just have a look. Have a look at the program, okay? Just a second, guys. Let me create a new program. Okay, so first let me take, how many variables I need? One variable to store the number, another variable, a temporary variable to do my task, because I need to divide the original number. I don't want to lose it. Next, I'm taking one more variable called as reverse, and I'm taking one more variable called as D to store my digit. Got it? So totally how many variables I've taken? 4 variables. Good. Next. I need to read the number from the command line argument. So I would say number equals to argument to integer argv of 1. Perfect. It is done. Next, I will copy the number into the temporary variable. I will copy the number into the temporary variable. Why am I doing this? To retain the original number. To retain the original number. Next, what I'm doing? Reverse equal to 0. Initially, reverse should be 0. So I'm putting 0 to reverse. I hope you understood. Finally, I will put a condition while until the number that is temporary is greater than 0. Until it is greater than 0, I should repeatedly do. What is that I need to do? D equals to obtain the last digit. How do I obtain the last digit? The number modulus 10. The number modulus 10. I should copy this last digit to reverse. How do I do that? Reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus D. Reverse into 10 plus D. And then I need to update. What is my update? Temp equals to temp divided by 10. This is my update. I hope you understood. Finally, come outside. This is nothing but end of while. Come out if the original number is equal to the reversed number. If the original number is equal to reversed number, if this condition is satisfied, if this condition is satisfied, I would say it is palindrome. I would say it is palindrome. Else, I would say printf. It is not a palindrome. Got it? I hope you understood this. I hope you understood this, guys. Okay, let me say this as palindrome.c. Okay, now let me give a number. 259. It is not a palindrome. 121. It is a palindrome. 121 is a palindrome. But 259 is not a palindrome. Got it? Okay. Why reverse equal to 0? Good question. Why reverse equal to 0? Because I am trying to use reverse over here, right? Look here. Am I trying to use the reverse over here? For the first time, tell me what will be there inside reverse. For the first time, what will be there inside reverse? My number is 259. I just say D equals to. Now here I am saying what is that? D equals to A mod 10. Okay, I would say D equals to A mod 10. When I say A mod 10, what is there inside a D? 9. What is there inside a D? 9. Okay. Now I would say reverse equals to reverse into 10. Now what is there inside reverse? Reverse. What is there inside reverse? In C programming, there is a possibility of some garbage value. In C, there is a possibility of some garbage value. Understood? So to avoid that garbage value, initially, first time, I would say reverse equal to 0. Okay. So for the first time inside reverse, what I will have? 0. So here what will happen? 0 into 10. What is 0 into 10? 0 plus D. What is there inside the D? 9. What is 0 plus 9? 9. So what will be there inside reverse now? 9. Understood? I hope you got it. What? Oh, come on. You write this here or you write this there, anywhere. It doesn't make any sense. You write this over here or you write this over here. It doesn't make any sense. What sense does it make to you? Is there any problem? You can write it anywhere, but it should be done. That's it. That is called as mugging up. Okay? You write anywhere. It doesn't make sense. Got it, guys? Why 10 divided by 10? So that is the problem, guys. When I'm explaining, what are you doing? You guys seriously, huh? Okay, listen here. I have 259. I want to extract. If I want to extract the last digit, how do you extract last digit, Fareen? How do you extract, Fareen, Anjum, come on, how do I extract last digit? I will say 259 modulus 10. When I say 259 modulus 10, what do you get? When you, yes, you will get 9. Okay, perfect, over. Now, I want to extract the next number 5. How do you extract the next number? How do you extract the next number, Fareen? Right? So that is why to extract the next number, I would say, assume this is there inside a temp. 259 is present inside a temp. I write an instruction. Temp is equal to temp divided by 10. Okay, temp equals to what? Temp divided by 10. Now I hope you guys know maths. I am very confident you are not so poor. If you're so poor, taking TCS exam is not good. Okay, 259 divided by 10 gives you 25, and that 25 I'm storing inside a 10. Got it? So now what will be there inside a 10? 25. Got it? This is the update I am doing. Okay, so when I get 25, for the next iteration, I will say 25 modulus 10. When I say 25 modulus 10, what do you get this time? 5. So every time I'm extracting one digit from the last. Yes, Sayali, you should use array concept. Understood the program? Please copy the program quickly. Do you want to print reverse? If you want to print reverse, the number is there inside the container reverse. You just print this. Okay. If you want to print the reverse, it is there inside the container REV. You can just print it off. Got it? Perfect, guys.
after knowing about all the programs, the next concept that we are going to looking at is called as recursion. Clear? Because the complicated programs, whatever we are going to write, we need to use the concept of recursion to write those complicated programs. First of all, we need to know what is recursion. Recursion is a phenomenon. One second. Recursion is a phenomenon of function calling itself. Clear? Recursion is a phenomenon of function calling itself. How many times? So here we don't know the number of times of execution. We don't know the number of times of execution. So what we do, we say that recursion is a phenomenon of function calling itself, and we specify a condition over here, and we specify a thing over here, that is until the given condition is satisfied. Clear? So recursion is a phenomenon of function calling itself. How many times? Until the given condition is satisfied. When a function calls itself, until the given condition is satisfied, then we call it as recursion. Shoaib, actually your Dikshit sir got some throat pain. That is the reason I'm taking it. So no problem. Recursion is a phenomenon of function calling itself until a given condition is satisfied. Clear? For example, whenever you wanted to repeat the same task again and again, whenever you wanted to do the same task again and again, in that case, you go for recursion. When do we go for recursion? Whenever we wanted to repeat the same task, again and again, then we go for the recursion. For example, if somebody tells me to print hello world for 5 times, then when somebody tells me to print the series of values from 9 to 1, when somebody tells me to find the factorial of a number, so in that case we go for recursion. Clear? So what I will take a simple program. To explain you. How a recursion is going to work. Write a program to print hello world. Write a program to print hello world for n times. Write a program to print hello world for n times. If you observe this, printing hello world is a task. If you observe this, what is the main task? Printing hello world is the main task. So how many times you need to do it? N times you need to do it. It means that you should repeat the same print statement for n number of times. So instead of doing that, if we write our program in recursion, so it is instead of writing the using loop, if we write our program in recursion, how it is going to work? Let us see over here. Mainly, the recursion syntax will be like this. First, we will say return type. Either return type can be int, float, or void, anything. Then function name. Then arguments. Clear? Function name, arguments. Then within the pair of flower braces, if condition, then put the condition inside the pair of parentheses. If condition between the pair of parentheses, open flower braces, close flower braces. Here you will have statements. Here you will have statements. Then after statements, you will have return value. Clear? Return value. Clear? Always keep this in mind. In the below syntax, return type, return type must be other than, in the below type, return type must be other than void. The return type must be other than void. So if you have the return statement other than void, then you can use this particular syntax. Clear? Now, after this, here you will have the statements that are needed to do the task. And again, you will have a return statement. Where you call the function, with respect to a name, where you call the same function by passing the arguments. Clear? So here what are you doing? If the return type is other than the void, then in that particular case, this is where you are going to stop your control. This condition is responsible for stopping your control. Clear? And this is your recursion call. You are calling a function by itself, or you are calling the function by itself or within itself, so that the process will become recursion. Clear? The process is going to become recursion. When you call it, control enters here, executes it, again calls the same function, executes it, again calls the same function, executes it, again execute. So like that it is going to get executed. Suppose if you don't have, or suppose the question is already been avoided, the question is already been raised. Why not void? Why not void? Because when I say void, here you don't carry any value. Whenever I say void, here you don't carry any value. So when you have void, what to do? Is a question that you are going to ask me, or the question which you are asking me. Clear? So whenever we have void, then you should follow below syntax. Whenever we have void, we should follow below syntax. Clear? So function underscore name, and here you provide arguments. Then after that, one second guys, battery is getting dried. I'll just put it for charge. Give me a minute. Okay, now arguments within the pair of flower braces. The next thing here that we wanted to provide is same condition over here. The same thing, whatever I have written, the same exactly similar copy, but only the slight changes. Whenever we specify void, we will not have a value here, and we will not be having a return here. Whenever we specify void, at that particular point of time, you will not be having return value. And at the same time, when you are doing a recursion call, you will not be having the return value or return statement. Clear? Now I will give you example for both. Now here I wanted to execute hello world. I wanted to execute hello world for how many times? N times. So what I will do, I'll just take a new file. So this is C or C++ file. Okay. Now what I will do, this is a sample program. On top of it, I don't need to include conivo.h. So I'll just write a program. Observe, what is the main task? Main task is printing hello world. What is the main task? Main task is printing hello world. So I should write printf statement. I should write a printf statement where I should print hello world, where I should print hello space world. Clear? Now put a semicolon. So this is the task. This is the task, and the function, as you know that here I just need to print it. I don't need to carry any value. So here void will be there. Here what will be there? Void will be there. Now guys, just to think, if n is equal to 0, do I need to print any value? Do I need to print any hello world statement? Yes or no? Guys, if n is equals to 0, do I need to print n is equals to 0 here? When n is equal to 0, I don't need to print it. I don't need to print it. So if n is equals to 0, now the condition what I'm going to get here is, if n is equals to 0, if n is equals to 0, I should return it. I should return it. Why I should return it? Because I don't have any printing task. So I need to return it. If that is not the case, I should print the hello world. Clear? Now, what is the name of the program? Let me call the name of the program as print underscore n. Let me call the name of the program as print underscore n, which wanted one argument called n, which wanted one argument called n. Clear? Every time when I print hello world, let me assume the user says print hello world for 5 times. Now, I have printed hello world, HELLO space WORLD. I have printed hello world. So out of 5 times, how many times are done? 1 time is done. So remaining how many times? 4 times. Again I will print hello world. Again I will print hello world. So out of 5 times, 2 times are done. How many times will be remaining? 3 times. So this particular syntax I need to follow. Every time when I print, the n value will be decreased by 1. So you should repeat the same process. You should repeat the same process. Same process is nothing but you should do the same function, but the n value will be decreased by 1 every time. The n value will be decreased by 1 every time. So now when you close it, so this will become a program to print the hello world for n times. The program to print the hello world for n times. Clear? Then now obvious question, sir, can you show the execution, how it is going to happen? First, let me execute the program. Then I will trace the program so that you will get a clear picture how it is going to get executed. The name of this is print underscore n, which takes the argument n over here, is going to take the argument n over here. Clear? Then here afterwards I will put a condition. If n is double equals to 0, I should return. Clear? So why n is equal to 0 I should return? Because I don't need to print any value if n is 0, right? So if that is not the case, I will say printf. What should I print? You tell me. I should print hello world. I should print hello space world. Are you guys clear? So HELLO space WORLD. Now I need to put a semicolon here. Then after that, as I told you, I should repeat the same task. So already out of n times, 1 time hello world is printed. Already out of n times, 1 time is printed. Now how many times left out? N minus 1 times left out. How many times left out? N minus 1 times left out. Clear? So here I should include one more library that is called stdlib.h. I should include one more library that is called as stdlib.h. Clear? Now observe this particular function, this particular recursive function, I should call over here. I should do a call over here. So for that, I wanted to pass the n value. So I will say atoy of, that is a to I of argv of 1, a to I of argv of 1. Then I will do the recursion call. What is the name of the function? Name of the function is print underscore n of value 5. Print underscore n of value 5. Clear? So now I need to save this program. I need to save this program, recursion.c. So I have saved this program. Let me go to command prompt and execute gcc space. What is the file name? File name is recursion.c. File name is recursion.c. Somewhere I have missed a semicolon here. So put a semicolon back. Now call this particular function. Now I will say a space 5. Now I will say a space 5. When I say a space 5, you can see hello world, hello world, hello world got executed for. Clear? Hello world, hello world, hello world is going to get executed for how many times? 5 times. Clear? Now to get into a different line, I will put a /n over here. /n over here. Now I have saved this program. I will say recursion.c. Now I will execute a space 5. You can see hello world in 5 different lines. Clear? Now I have returned the program. I have returned the program. Oh, I have passed 5, right? So this is n, guys. I'm sorry. This is n. Clear? Now let us see how does the program is going to get executed. How does the program is going to get executed? Now, guys, every time when the program is going to get created, a block of memory will be allocated for it. A block of memory will be allocated for it. Clear? So shall I call this block of memory as print underscore n? Shall I call this block of memory as print underscore n, which is going to accept the argument, as n. Clear? Now after that, here, this particular function contains all your statement. This particular function contains all your statement. If n is equal to 0, return, and you have a printf here. So that printf will also be present. What is there? Hello world. So that will be there over here. Then you have a recursion call intern over here, print underscore n of n minus 1. Okay. So this code will be present over here. Now, what I will do, I call this particular function as print underscore n. Clear? So Dikshit sir will be back tomorrow, Prajwal. Clear? I'll call this particular function as print underscore n of 4. Now what happens? From here, control will go to this particular statement. From here, the control will go to this particular memory. Clear? So by carrying the value of n as how much? By carrying the value of n as 5. Now, here in this block, one memory will get created where the value, what is the value? 5. Now tell me, is 5 is equal to 0? Guys, is 5 is equal to 0? No. So it will not be considered because the condition is false. So it is not going to be considered. Now, what is the next statement? Print hello world. So on your screen, hello world will be printed. Now, out of 5 times, one time hello world will be out of 4 times. This is not 5, this is 4. I'm sorry. So out of 4 times, one time is it is being printed. Out of 4 times, how many times it has been printed? 1 time. Now out of 4, 1 time is printed. Now how many remaining times? 3 times. So now tell me, when I call this particular function, already one time it has printed. Now how many times I need to say? I need to say it to print for 3 times. I need to say this application to print it for 3 times. So what happens when the same control prints the hello world and comes for the next line? Again you have a function call here. Again you have a function call here. So same kind of memory will be allocated again. So this time the control will go from here to this particular memory. Control will go from here to this particular memory by carrying the n value as how much? 3. By carrying the n value as 3. Now here in this block, what is the n value? 3. What is the n value? 3. Clear? Understood everyone? Understood everyone? Each and every function execution, one block of memory like this will get executed or will be stored. Now, tell me, is n value is 3? Sorry, is n value 0 here? Is 3 is equal to 0? Yes or no? No. So this will not be executed again. This will not be executed again. So again, if this is not got executed, then what is their next? Print statement. So again I will be printing hello world. Again I will be printing hello world. Out of 4 times, how many times already I have completed? 2 times. Now how many times left out? 2 times. So that is the reason I am doing n-1. What is the n value in this block? 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. So again, the same kind of memory will be allocated. Again, the same kind of memory will be allocated, and control from here it goes to this particular memory. From here it goes to this particular memory by carrying the n value as 2. By carrying the n value as 2. Now in this block, what is the n value? What is the n value in this block? So in this block, n value is 2. Now tell me, is 2 is equal to 0? No. So this condition will not be executed. This condition will not be executed. Again, I have a statement called print hello world. So one more times hello world will be printed. One more time hello world will be printed. Clear? So again, out of 4, 3 times are done. How many times left out? 1 time. Again the same kind of memory. Again the same kind of memory will get executed or will be present over here. Now from here the control will go here. This time the value of n is how much? What is the value of n? 1. Clear? Now after this, now tell me, is 1 is equal to 0? No. So this will not get executed. Again print hello world. So one more times hello world will be printed. One more times hello world will be printed. Again print underscore n is there. So what is the n minus 1 value? 1 minus 1, this is 0. So next time the function will be called. Again the function will be called. This time the value of n is 0. This time the value of n is 0. Now 0 equal to 0. What is there? True. When there is a return statement, control will go back to its caller. Control will go back to its caller. Who has called this? This guy has called it. So from here the control will go to its caller. Again, after this I don't have any statement. So from here it goes to its caller. 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 So there your recursion will be completed. There your recursion will be completed. Are you guys clear? Clear? Super. Super. Now, always keep these two syntaxes in your mind, guys. Always keep these two syntaxes in your mind. One is if you have void, you should not have return value. If you don't have void, if you have other than void, you should have return value. Clear? So these two syntaxes are very important. These two syntaxes are very important. Understood? Got it? So I wanted you guys to take a screenshot of it. Can you guys take it quickly? Take a screenshot quickly. In recursion, every time a new block of memory will get allocated in the memory called stack. Clear? So if we had a good amount of time, we could have explained you so how the memory allocation happens, everything. So each and every execution, one block of memory is going to get executed. Clear? So that is the reason I have shown you this particular diagram. Okay. Now, the next question is, somebody, if suppose I wanted to carry the value, clear? No, once after the control is coming back, the blocks of memories will get erased. If you observe this, Srinivas, every time I need to store the new n value, at the same time old n value should not be destroyed. Clear? At the same time, old n value should not be destroyed. Clear? So if you use the same memory, what happens? Old n memories will get destroyed. Understood? That is the reason a new stack memory will get created every time. This is the code. Is it done? Okay. Now, guys, a question will be given. Write a program to find n factorial. So I'm taking an example program. Then one of your friend has asked me a program to find the power of a value using recursion. I'll show you how to use it. Now, I wanted to find out n factorial here. Write a program to return n factorial. What is the question? The question is, write a program to return n factorial. So, when I say n factorial, so if I generally take the n value as 5, the 5 factorial is written as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Correct? 5 factorial is written as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Now, if you observe this entire thing that I have here is equivalent to 4 factorial. So I will write this as 4 factorial. So when I write 5 factorial can be written as 5 into 4 factorial. In general, n factorial is written as n into n minus 1 factorial. Instead of this, I will write it as fact of n. I remove this special symbol. I will put fact here. Now when I put fact for that, this should be n into fact of n minus 1. N into fact of n minus 1. Now they have given me to find n factorial. So I wanted to write a code to find the fact of n. I wanted to write a code to find the fact of n. So what should be the result? The result should be n into fact of n minus 1. N into fact of n minus 1. This should be the result. Okay. Now, I will write a code. Here, the stopping condition you should know. The stopping condition is when it comes to 1, I should stop it. So I will say, if n is double equals to 1, what is 1 factorial? 1 factorial is 1 only. So I will say return 1. Guys, there are some people who give 0 to test it. What is 0 factorial? 0 factorial is also 1 only. So put a OR condition. If n is double equal to 0, even in that case, return 0. Sorry, even in that case, return 1. Clear? Understood? Now, if that is not the case, I should return the result. What is the result? Result for fact of n is n into fact of n minus 1. So I will say return n into fact of n minus 1. Because I am writing a code for this. This is the question. What is the solution? This is the solution. They have asked me to find the fact of n. What is the equivalent value? Equivalent value, I call it as result. The result is n into fact of n minus 1. Obviously, at the end, what should I return? I should return the result. I should return what? Result. So that is the reason I have put a return statement here. Clear? Now, the same thing if I put it inside a code. The same thing if I put it inside a code. Let me take a new file. Hash include std lib.h then I'll say int, okay, int space, name of the function is fact, which takes the argument n. The initial condition is if n is equal to 0 or if n is equal to 1 or if n is equal to 0, if n is equal to 1 or n is equal to 0, what should I return? I should return 1 because 0 factorial is also 1, 1 factorial is also 1. If that is not the case, what is the value that I should return? I should return n into fact of n minus 1. So the question is to find the factorial of n. N factorial is equal to n into n minus 1 factorial. So that is what I am returning. So if you look at this, this is the call for the same function. This is the call for the same function. Clear? Understood? This is a call for the same function. Kirtana, you have told me to put condition n less than 0. If n is less than 0, let me not call function only. Correct? Let me not call function only. So I will say int space n is equals to argv of 1. Clear? Argv of 1. Now, if n is equal to 0, sorry, if n is less than 0, if n is less than 0, what should I say? I will tell the user print invalid input. Print invalid input. Obviously, if n is less than 0, it is invalid input only. Correct? Or you can do reverse this. If n is greater than or equal to 0, then printf factorial is %d comma fact of n value. Clear? Fact of n value. Understood? Understood? Now, if it is less than 0, then what should I print? I should print invalid input. I should print invalid input. Clear? Now, I write a code to find the fact of n. So this is the question. For the fact of n, what is the result? The result is n into fact of n minus 1. The result is n into fact of n minus 1. This is the result. Clear? Now, let us save and execute this program. This is factorial.c. Suppose some people will ask me, sir, can I use long here? Yes, you can use long here. You can use long here. At that time, this will become %ld. Clear? So lengthy integer is what we call it as long. Now I will go here and I will execute my code factorial.c a space 5. 5 factorial should be 120. So it says factorial is 120. Factorial is 120. Understood? Understood? Guys, the same way recursion, for the same way, even the code for Fibonacci will be written. The same way, even the code for Fibonacci will be written. Guys, there are some cases. Why sir, we can use loop, right? Is the question which has been asked. In interview, they specifically ask, use the recursion. At that time, it will be a problem. There is something called as Fibonacci number. There is something called as Fibonacci number. What is Fibonacci number? It is the number which is the sum of previous two numbers. Initially, 0 and 1, two numbers will be given. The next number will be the summation of these two. What is 0 plus 1? That is 1. The next number will be summation of these two. What is that? 1 plus 1, 2. The next number will be summation of these two. What is that? 3. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 3, 8 plus 5, 13. Then 21, 34, so on, so on, so on. Now, you know that if I wanted to get nth number, the nth number is the sum of n minus 1th number. If you wanted nth Fibonacci number, this nth Fibonacci number is the sum of n minus 1th Fibonacci number, n minus 1th Fibonacci number plus n minus 2th Fibonacci number. Nth Fibonacci number is the sum of n minus 1th Fibonacci number and n minus 2th Fibonacci number. Clear? Now, instead of writing nth num, if I write it as Fibo of n, Fibo of n is equals to Fibo of n minus 1 plus Fibo of n minus 2. Observe here, recursion happened. We write a code for this and this is the return value. This is a question and this is the return value. What is the stopping condition, sir? The stopping condition, initially two values should be given. First value and second value. So I put a condition. If n double equals to 1, what is the first number? 0. I should say return 0. If n double equals to 2, what is the second number? Second number is 1. So I should say return 1. Simple. After that, in the final return statement, you return this. This is the return value. Your recursion will be done. Got it? Understood? Guys, understood? Now I will show you the example program. I'll show you the example program. Go here. Same thing, long space Fibo of int n. As I already told you, first two numbers should be given. So if n is double equals to 0, if n is double equals to 0, what should I return? I should return, sorry, if n is double equals to 1, I should return 0. If n is double equals to 2, I should return 1. If that is not the case, return Fibo of n minus 1 plus Fibo of n minus 2. If I want third Fibonacci number, it is the sum of first and second Fibonacci number. If I wanted fifth Fibonacci number, it is the sum of fourth and third Fibonacci number. So like this, I will do it. Like this, I will do it. Now, if you wanted to check whether it is working fine or not, I'll just comment it. Everything is same. If number is greater than 0, Fibonacci is Fibo of n, else invalid input. Simple. Now I will execute this program. A space, third Fibonacci number. What is 0 plus 1? Obviously 1. So third Fibonacci number is 1. If you wanted to check fourth Fibonacci number, it is 2. If you wanted to check fifth Fibonacci number, it is 3. If you wanted to check sixth Fibonacci number, it is 5. If you wanted to check seventh Fibonacci number, it is 8. Like this, it is going to get executed. Like this, it is going to get executed. When you look at the question itself, you will get to know whether to use recursion or not. Clear? So please copy down this. If it is done, guys, tomorrow your class will be at 7 o'clock. So Mr. Dikshit is going to take your class. Clear? So, and he will only continue the class. Fine. So we will let us see tomorrow. If we wanted to print n terms, how to print, that we will see tomorrow. Okay? You got to know that how to print or how to find the nth factorial number. Clear? So we will see how to do that. My dear friend had asked me power. Okay? So if you guys have 2 minutes of time, I'll just give you a brief. Now, I wanted to find 2 power 4. What I wanted to find? 2 power 4. I will take a variable called result. It should be empty. Can I write 2 power 4 as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2? Yashaswini, can I write it like this? So this is my 2 power 4. Correct? Now, the same thing, if I remove this, can I write it as 2 into 2 power 3? Can I write it as 2 into 2 power 3? Yes. Now, 2 power 4, if I write it as power of 2 comma 4, your result can be written as 2 into power of 2 comma 3. Correct? If I want to, in general, if I wanted to find out m to the power of n, I'll say power of m comma n is equals to m into power of m comma. Now already 1 time, out of 4 times, 1 time is gone. Now how many times left out? N minus 1 time. This is the question. This is the return value. Clear? Sir, what is the stopping condition? Stopping condition is simple. If n becomes 0, if n becomes 0, what is m to the power of 0? Anything to the power of 0 is 1. So I will say return 1. Understood? 1. Understood? M is base, n is the power. M is base, n is the power. Understood? And Nisarga, how to find nth prime number, that we will teach you tomorrow. Okay, that we will teach you tomorrow. Okay, how to find nth prime number, we will teach you tomorrow. Yashaswini, have you understood this? And who all have asked me this question? In IRC something, something, something. Is the program is clear? Can you write a program for this now? Super. Super. Cool. So to find the nth prime number in the series, how to do it, we don't have a time now. We will see you tomorrow and we will talk. So if you can stay, then no, we will teach you tomorrow only. Clear? Yes, you do have a class on Sunday. Tomorrow is also there. Tomorrow is also there. Clear? So guys, one more thing. If you guys get any previous questions, if you guys get any previous question whose solution is unknown to you, then please put me a mail to akshayvk64@gmail.com, or you can put a mail to akshay.python@gmail.com. Clear? So I will write a solution for it and I will just explain you the steps over there and I will send you the code. Is that fine? Is that fine, guys? Okay, super cool. Finally, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Akshay. I'm the founder and head of a unit called PySpiders. Here we teach all the technologies that are related to Python. Clear? And I am a data scientist. So this is about myself. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.